active involvement and complicity of actors, could this deteriorating situation lead to an all-out war? Is that what we are witnessing right now?
Okay. The funny aspect of it that most people do not want to talk about it is the fact that Iran-Iraq war, which country in the Middle East supported Iran to fight Iraq, giving intelligence so that Iran could launch precision of missiles on the soil of Iraq? It was Israel. Israeli Defense Force, Israeli Mossad, they were friends of Iran. So how did it happen? How was Hamas formed? Which countries formed Hamas to fight against PLO? Let the world answer. So where we are today, it is as confusing and very shrouded with confusion. Up to, in another breath, one time, Israel was a friend of Iran. Very good friends. One should ask where and how that today they are not friends. If they supported Iran to fight Iraq at that time, where did they break up? How was Hamas became Israeli, how do you call it, Iranian sponsor? So in 1987, when Hamas was formed, where was Israel and how was Israeli friendship with Iran? How did Iran come to support Hamas? How did they establish Hezbollah? Was Hezbollah not also today that they are a proxy of support assistance from Iran? So where we are now is very fine, but it's very funny at the same time, because there is a war between Hamas and Israel. And the world order should determine and explain how Hamas was formed and how Israel was close to Hamas when they were fighting the Arafat, the PLO. That one is one. How the same Hamas was sponsored and financed by Iran, and Israel at that time was a friend of Iran, helping Iran to fight with Iraq. Hezbollah formed by Hamas, formed by Iran or sponsored by Iran. Hezbollah was also Iran proxy. So how that now Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran on one side against Israel? How does it happen? Let me tell you, it is not as if this war cannot come from him. It is a matter that certain countries and world order does not want this war to end. Because one, the fight of the Middle East did not start with Hamas, did not start with Palestinian and Israel. It started even way back with Israel and Egypt. So we should ask, in 1967, in years back, how many times did Israel fight with Egypt? Back to back. They entered Alexandria. They fought. Over 15,000 Egyptians were slaughtered, were murdered. Thousands of them were Israelis that were killed. Until it took which and who? American government that settled that impact. It took Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, 1977, Jimmy Carter up to 1981. He managed the Camp David Accord that brought Israel, that brought Egypt, and what's that on the other side, back to back. The war came to a final end until today as we speak. Israel and Egypt, they've been in peace. America and Egypt have always been in peace. So how possible that the same energy, the same strategy, the same spirit could not be extended, could not be issued, could not be facilitated? Could not be. There can be any decorum. Are we saying that if Jimmy Carter was able to do it, Jimmy Carter and Walter Mondale, their government, what did Jimmy Carter say? He said, you obey the laws, you keep the peace, and you don't know enemies. And under his government for 4 years in the history of the United States, no missiles was launched, no bomb was dropped, and no bullets was shot. under Jimmy Carter's government, making it one of the most peaceful in the history of the United States. What happened? He short-lived only one term of 4 years, bringing in Ronald Reagan. From Ronald Reagan's time till today, including one of the most perfect diplomatic United States president, Bill Clinton, my man, even guns were shot, missiles were launched, etc. So it brings us back to ask questions that when United States president is sworn in and given about 6 flags, the first flag given is the flag to the president himself. The second one being the flag of America. What is the third flag? The flag of the Navy, the flag of the Air Force, the flag of what? The Marines, and then the flag of the Coastal Guards. When these flags are given to them, at the end of their tenure, you realize that they are streamers of events. What happened during their regime, the fights they fought, the bombs they threw, etc., comes under each of the flags. Jimmy Carter never had one because he said that he would maintain peace. So I'm asking, can Joe Biden do the same thing? I'm asking, why at the end, when Ishaq Rabin, when Shimon Peres, all the time when the party of Labour in Israel in power, they try to push the agenda for peace, two-state affair. But when is the Likud and then other minority parties that Herod and others that had coalition with Likud, and all the time there's a fight. And it's also coincide with some of the American presidents. And I'll give you the background rationale. That Jimmy Carter did during his time, there was nothing.
Okay.
So Middle East. So if today we want to find peace, we should ask His Excellency Joe Biden, who will be living in a month.
All right.
What is he living
for
the world?
All right. What will be his legacy, if that's the question you are asking? But Farouk, before I let go of you briefly, we have just 1 minute to let go of you. Will this ever stop? When will this ever stop? Just in 1 minute, please.
It can never stop, and it is not to be stopped, and it is not meant to be stopped. And the answers have already been given. In short, if Israel-Egypt peace was made possible, Palestine peace is possible. And if Palestine peace is possible, you ironically see that either a suspicion of Iran acquiring nuclear warhead, etc., all these suspicions, all these insinuations would not be there. It is because of the fact that the suspicion is there. And the suspicion is there because they all know the kind of games they played before. And the kind of games they played before have asked why Israel had been a friend and a brother, an intelligence sharing partner with Iran, with Hezbollah, with Hamas. And today, the three of them are all fighting against one another.